Hello, this is Axel Fischer from Samsung Foundry. Please accept my greetings in Israel. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you exactly by the same reason as last year, but I think we are in the final stage of the pandemic. Very interesting sessions already today during the day, but now the event is coming close to the end. I'd like to take the opportunity to give my congratulations as well to the Global Leader Awards, which we have just seen. Coming now to Samsung Foundry. This time, I think we would like to talk about the heterogeneous integration, because this is going to be a key aspect already now and even more for the future. And we can say this is actually the end of the future already. So what does it mean? These days, the foundry business is in very strong demand. Two reasons behind. One of all reasons is actually the strong demand of the existing applications, which is driven even more by the digitalization of our current and future business. Strong demand already in our order books. The new applications are coming on top and are driving the foundry business. We already know that the 5G infrastructure business has been a great enabler in various respects. This is closely connected to cloud, big data, and high performance computing enablement, along with artificial intelligence, and there's a new set of automotive applications. Industry 4.0 has been spoken already about, and there's a variety of Internet of Things applications. Many of those are very disruptive. They are fastly growing, but then as well, they're driving a long-term demand. And the very specific item I would like to point out as well, they're very challenging for chip design. And very often we see very custom chip design developments instead of having plain vanilla and standard products. The foundry is strongly required to support all those requirements on different aspects: design, IP, process, and certainly as well production. As this is already ongoing, this has been leading to a so-called performance platform from Samsung Foundry. And the platform could be understood like a Lego concept, bringing together the different aspects of design enablement, of certain high performance IP, technology, and advanced packaging. All this working smoothly together in design and enablement. But the performance and power needs to be optimized. This is valid for either monolithic or as well for heterogeneous integration. This will allow an economy of scale, but it needs to be combined with flexible business models. Let's have a more close look. Why do we need such platform? First of all, we are dealing with an unprecedented level of complexity. We all know about the Moore's law, and the chip integration and design density has been taking advantage always very much. Now, as we see a deviation from design density, as well Moore's law, in particular for standard processor designs, what is a key aspect is the domain-specific architectures, which are playing a more and more important role. Domain-specific architectures to address a very specific feature, acceleration, and offer as well a variety of choices. What kind of aspects are important to deal with for such kind of domain-specific heterogeneity? On one hand, it is the die of the device itself, where we are focusing on PPA improvements. Maybe there's not only one die, but several. Several architectures deal with in one product. From a design perspective, there are as well so many pieces and choices which have to be taken care of. For the supply chain, for the different elements again, you might experience so many different suppliers for each element, very complex to manage. Last but not least, bring up in high volume manufacturing. There's so many tricky points. If this goes wrong, there can be lots of points. This is a reason why we need a platform, a strong complexity to be dealt with. Why the platform from Samsung? Because it's about integration, technology, and scale. We are very familiar with the, let's call it the traditional model, where we have the aspects of design, IP, and manufacturing. And in each area, they are players. They are ASIC design houses, they are IP partners, and for manufacturing, we have as well the OSATs. We have taken already the initiative a long time ago to provide an integrated service from Samsung Foundry, of course, as well combined with traditional models that we can leverage as well strong partners have in our ecosystem. The advantages are definitely on hand. On one hand, we can deal much better with smooth integration because we have the full range of capabilities in-house. The technology has advanced to a very leading edge period of time, combined with the scale, so it can be put as well in the desired high volume manufacturing. Benefits for our customers are very clear as well. You can be faster time to market. And this is reasons by the different elements behind. Just to give examples, memory files are becoming very timely available. You can do test vehicles, product definition becomes easier, and as well the product bring up, including good yield management, can be easier managed. Along with the design, we achieve a better performance along with power. This is an integrated process from design to manufacturing, using leading edge processes. And what is new as well, for the devices itself, we see more and more application from die to die, and as well an application for using the leading edge interconnectivity, not only PCI Express, as well for the computer express link and the C6, just to give examples. Along with, we are seeing 2.5D integration with more reticles and 3D stacking. All of this is surrounded by lower complexity. We can apply as well the one-stop shopping concept as possible. Let's look into a bit more details regarding the Samsung Foundry Performance Platform and some of the key characteristics. Of course, there's a choice of technologies and physical IP. It's going from FinFET over EUV into gate all around. In fact, Samsung has been leading very much this initiative, drive the choice of advanced technology by applying EUV technology and manufacturing. Soon we will have gate all around. The technologies can be used in different scale for different applications, because there are different requirements for CPU, or for AI training, for network interface card, storage, and chipset. Some are more advanced in taking latest technologies. For the IPs, you will enjoy the choice for advanced memory interfaces, PHYs, and as well high-speed servers. Whether you do chiplet or monolithic, there are solutions in place to connect very smart together. The IP I just mentioned is going to enable with SerDes in different speeds, different concepts of device connect, either die or chip to module. This is typically managed on interposer substrate, like chip to chip as well. And we have as well chip to fabric, where directly connect is happening on the IPs are being provided along with the platform. And here as well, there is a strong relationship with very proven and leading IP system partners. This way, a variety of PPA optimization is possible with those interfaces, either serial or parallel, standard, proprietary tip. Looking then at packages, packages and along with flexible business models, because there's not one shoe fitting all sizes. The packages in the advanced stages are allowing different concepts in terms of 3D stacking, 2.5D, we have multi-chip modules, and then we have the traditional chip VGAs. Here's a strong competence in Samsung Foundry in-house, but we are working as well in very close relations, very established. What does advanced packaging as well mean in a wider sense? In fact, it is a key enabler itself for the heterogeneity. What kind of points are important here? On one hand, it is the performance which we can achieve. On the other hand, we are looking as well for what is the size, because area is not available in unlimited. Third point, which is important to consider, is the power and thermal management. Samsung had introduced the X-Cube concept. This is for perfect 3D integration with TSP. This is probably currently the only production-proven 3D in the industry, achieving the highest performance along with thermal management. If there are less constrained concepts, and we can look as well at R-Cube, I-Cube example, based on different kind of interposer, still able to achieve high performance level of integration. Let's not forget as well about the capability of multi-chip modules. To address the power and thermal management, we are managing well the integrated stacked, because the power and thermal management are an increasing. Here you can see an overview about our productionization. Samsung has been putting lots of efforts in 300mm fabs. We are present both in South Korea and as well in the US, where we are managing the most advanced technologies. Still, the legacy technologies, like in 200mm fabs, still in full production as well, and there's on demand. The wafer manufacturing is as well supported by sites of packaging facilities. Here we can mention one in China. Samsung cannot do everything alone, and we have put strong emphasis on our partnerships. We have created an ecosystem, Samsung Advanced Foundry Ecosystem. This one is allowing our customers and business partners to have up to turnkey design infrastructure for their product development. This has positive aspects as well for on-time project developments and to have safe productionization as the design is getting ready. Looking here at the aspects of IP packaging, OSAT, cloud, and as well design. I would like to mention at this point our long-term partner already in Israel, Avnet ASIC Israel. We appreciate the strong design capabilities. This is not the end, but I'm coming to the end of my speech. Samsung has expressed its strong vision for the future. In fact, we are still a quite young foundry in comparison, as we started our business only in 2005 for the foundry business. Initially focused on very specific applications only. Finally, in 2017, we declared and became an independent business unit. Since then, things went very fast. Then in 2019, We announced our vision for 2030, along with a strong investment plan of $130 billion. Promise there's more to come. Already we see the achievements, which are quite respective. We have a strong expansion into the HPC segment. The capacity has been constantly upgraded. And as we speak about leading edge technologies, we are already ramping the third EUV node high volume manufacturing. This is together with a very rich choice of processes, IP, and package technologies. We are getting closer to become a widely diversified foundry as we are covering all applications which we are demanded for. This is time to thank you for having been with us here at the evening. I would like to take as well the opportunity to thank ASG, namely Sol Gradman, who has been able to manage this ChipX during this period again, this time as a hybrid model. Hope next year I can meet you in person again and we are meeting face to face. Thank you and